Welcome, welcome, welcome. What's
Welcome back,
good?
everybody.
Hey, another edition of Slack.
Yeah.
Say Like a Champ, episode 71. It's your boy A-Dub.
It's your boy Strizzy in the building. What's going on, sir?
Another day, another dollar. We're making it happen again. This is the first show of 2021, and it really did kind of hit me yesterday, though. I'm like, all right, like it's kind of back to normal. No more short weeks, no more holidays,
I
no more
know,
days off.
for
Like
real.
let's get it popping. But
We just
I'm
passed.
ready.
We just passed go. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly. We didn't
Collect.
get no $200, but
Wait on the $600 what I'm waiting on. But
I'm definitely not holding my breath. We'll see what happens there.
for sure. But yeah, man, like I said, episode 71. If you guys haven't already done so, please like, comment, and subscribe to the YouTube page and also the Instagram page, all that fun stuff. As always, we got a lot to talk about. A short amount of time. A-Dub's trying to watch that Laker game. I'm trying to watch it too, to be honest with you.
You know what it is.
So absolutely. So with that being said, man, let's pop the intro and get our our full-time guest on.
All right, let's get it. Welcome back to another edition of Slack.
Absolutely, still the best intro in the game.
Absolutely.
Speaking of the intro, man, let's bring in the super producer and the lovely Miss Myra.
Yes, absolutely. What's good?
What up?
What's up, y'all?
The crew is back together again. Feels so lovely.
And it feels so good.
We got some slackers checking in. My sister in the building. What's good? What's good? Thanks for tuning in. So yeah, before we jump into NFL talk, as we normally do, I do want to hear from y'all. How y'all doing? How was the holiday? Everybody good?
Yeah.
Blessed beyond belief, man. Holidays are great. Christmas is good. Brought in the new year with family. We're all doing well. Right now, health is definitely wealth. So thank God to that. We're all doing well.
Absolutely.
For sure. AZ wilding again. Our cases are at an all-time high. I think we're like number one in the world again right now, or something like that. Like a hotspot is pretty bad.
Up.
I think Texas is right behind you all. I had told you all we had gone back into the office. Well, they sent us on Christmas break and they were like, don't come back for 4 weeks. They're projecting that our cases are going to be out of control, so they don't want anybody in the office. So we'll see. We're back to working from home until like the 25th. So we'll see how that goes.
Gotcha.
Sure.
Hopefully that gets extended further. So things get.
Yeah, I just want this to. I kind of had a moment of reflection a couple days ago, and like everybody's like 2020 was hell, like, and I get it, like COVID caught us all by surprise, but at the same time, like it gave you the opportunity to appreciate family and time and the little things we take for granted. So 2020 was wild, but had to find the silver lining and appreciate those blessings.
I feel you on that for sure. Yeah, I always got to see the good in certain situations, and it definitely did teach us a lot. Yeah, but Mr. Marcus, you're doing good?
Yeah, everything's good, man. Everything's good.
Cool. All right, with that, we'll go ahead and get into our first topic of the day. Let's get it. What's up next?
Oh, let's check it out, man, real quick.
Tune to NFL talk. Let's get it. All right, NFL talk.
Can we
snapping it on? Never switch jerseys.
Can we switch jerseys on the snap?
No, but week 17 is over. The NFL season officially over. Shout out to the America's team, the Cowboys. They couldn't make it happen. Couldn't extend the season. Not that we necessarily wanted them to, but definitely got to give a quick shout out to Strizzy winning week 17 in the tiebreaker.
Hey.
Whoop, whoop. So I think that was like your third week now. I think
my third week. Yeah.
So do we count? That should be the whole. He should win the whole season, and then the playoffs should be separate, right? That's how we should do it.
Yes, definitely. Strizzy with that. You know, I think he's our regular season champion. Came from behind. So big shout out to our boy though, Mr. Let Me Get Two. He was out ahead for a long time, but Strizzy came on strong in those last 4 or 5 weeks.
I know.
Taking gambles.
Taking risks. What you got? Any little speech or anything?
A couple of things. Number one, if you're in the TikTok creator program, don't get out of it. I made a big mistake. And I'm saying I got out of the creator program because my views were taking a hit, and one of my posts went super viral, dog, and it's at like 300,000 views. So I just missed out on like, I don't know, 4K.
Oh no.
Yeah, dog. Dang. So yeah. So if you're in it, just stick to it. You know what I'm saying? But that's all good though. You live, you learn. Plus, I'm having fun doing what I'm doing. But yeah, man, it's crazy, dude. Like Anthony was ahead for a hot minute, and then I just kind of pulled away. And now I got like a 5-game lead or something like that. It's crazy.
Yeah.
So yeah, just I got hot when I needed to. So I don't know. Waiting for this Vegas trip.
What was that crazy one you got? That nobody thought it was gonna. What game was that?
Washington versus the Steelers.
Yeah,
that's the week. I think that was my first win. I think.
And that's what it really started the momentum.
Yeah, and that's what really my momentum changed. That's why I picked some crazy games and they fell through for your boys. So
see, that's my problem. I was picking crazy games all year, but it never.
You were picking them too early in the season. That's what it was. It was too early in the season.
I guess so.
That's crazy how now that pick with Washington, they in the playoffs now. So that's
I know.
I hate Washington.
I'm not. I don't feel bad because I like it because they call it the Washington football team. They made the playoffs. That's crazy. So I think it's good for the organization and for them, to get that. So
yeah,
I like Washington. I'm glad they did it, but I know we'll get into it.
Well, yeah, I think the name is perfect, but yeah, I will say as soon as the Cowboys lost, I was like, okay, I hope Washington wins because at that point I would rather see them go forward, and I think the NFL definitely doesn't mind the feel good story, Alex Smith and Coach Rivers.
Yep.
And I did want to get a quick take though on the Eagles at the end of that game.
Yes.
They pulled Jalen Hurts when they were right close. They did avoid kicking a field goal. They went for it on 4th and long when they were 3 points down. What do you guys think about that? Was that like the most blatant tanking or
no? That's so dope to me because you messed up the Giants for going to the playoffs. I would do the same thing. Hey, I don't care. I don't want you. I guess you don't like none of the teams, but I guess you like Washington, but you like the Giants. So you don't like the Giants at all. So you made them lose, and we all know that they did it on purpose. So I guess that's a shot at them, though. So that's kind of cool. But now next year they're gonna be like, oh man, it's gonna be a good game. But I like that honestly. Like you mess up another team, you send your hands and mess up another team, you got the opportunity to do it. You did it.
Well, and also it helped their draft stock. They did go from like they were gonna have like the 9th or 10th with the win, and I think they get the 5th now with the loss too.
Yeah, so why not? Like, forget y'all.
Myra, what did you think?
I can agree with Marcus, but as a fan, the integrity of the game, like really, like come on, like the whole goal is to win. Like the integrity of the game was totally lost there. Like you had the opportunity to capture a dub on a play that you typically would do no matter what.
But you can't say integrity. So what if that game didn't count? Then what you do? You don't care then? They get a drop, get a better draft. So I don't think it's integrity. You did what you had to do. That's more integrity because you messing the team up.
Well,
that's what you have to do. So it's a win for them. I think.
I can kind of see it.
Sword, like
yeah, I can kind of see it both ways too. I do think some of the players were caught off guard a little bit because when they pulled Jalen Hurts, they were like, "Yo, we want to win this game. Like we're out here playing, So we'll see.
But like big number 76 when he jumped outside on purpose. So what you gonna tell him then? Because you know that was on purpose. Like, come on, man. Like, they can say, "Oh, we pulled him," but you got this dude doing that too. So nah, whatever.
I'm just saying, I wouldn't want to like lose a game though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you can win, that's what you're there to do is compete and try to win.
But like you said though, you win this game, it's not gonna mean anything for you. But you lose the game, you're gonna get a better draft pick. So you really win. You really won.
Yeah. I mean, if you're there for the organization and all that, but I'm just saying, as a player, if you're out there, you might be like, I'm trying to make plays.
But you still playing play. But I'm saying at the end of the day, you think about it, like they win, like what? It's not gonna do anything. It's not gonna do anything for you. But you lose that game, it's helping you more. So to me, that's a win. I agree with Doug Peterson when he did. He shouldn't be a coach. Whatever, man. I think he did.
And like I said right now, like I agree with Marcus. Like when it comes to that, like okay, you had a position. Okay, you're not gonna if you win, you're not going anywhere. But if you lose, it knocks somebody else out. Like I understand that part. I don't know, but as a competitor, like I want to win no matter what. So I get it. I get it. I get it.
All right, Strizzy, quick take though. Are you with the Eagles, like with the active tanking or no? Or do you even call it that?
Yeah, I mean, it was a blatant tank. You know what I mean? Like we know what the league knows it. They know it. Doug Peterson knows it. It was a blatant tank. They lost on purpose. You don't put it's 14-20. It's 14-20 when you pull Jalen. You know what I mean? And he's actually done a pretty decent job at moving downfield. So to pull him like that, to put in their third string quarterback, Wentz ain't even dressed. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's very blatant. So like there is no like, no, that's not what we're doing. I just thought our third string would have given us a better. Nah, fuck all that. Ain't no, you know what I mean? Like that's point blank. Period. But I get it. It's one of the things like Marcus said. Like they're not really playing for much. To them, it's like, who do we want to go? Do you want the Giants to go, or do we want the Washington football team to go? They probably made that choice of we'd rather Washington go than the Giants. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Like it's all division. I would assume you hate all the teams the same. You know what I mean?
But
the draft pick helped more too, though. So
right.
I don't think it was even with that. I think the draft pick helped more decision. I think so.
Right. The crazy thing is too, like I'm not really 100% sure. Like as far as the Eagles go, like from 5 or 6 to 9, like who are they really trying to go after that they probably wouldn't be able to get at 9? You know what I mean?
Just get the best as possible, because if you're as high as 5, you might be able to trade that. You know, you never know.
True. But like you said, like I mean they need some receivers. The receivers are always hurt, or whatever the case may be, I guess.
That's what I'm saying. They need a receiver, and then
for sure.
Who on the high? He might be honestly, right there.
Exactly. And at 5, they might be able to get old boy from Alabama. You know what I mean? He might not go 1 through 4 just because of the other players that are there before him. So
and the team needs.
Exactly, and the team needs. So
you heard it. Yeah.
No, I was gonna say it's one of those things where it's like, yes, is it frowned upon? Absolutely. Do we really care that much? You know what I'm saying? Like maybe not in that situation. Maybe like in a different situation.
I'll tell you, if the Cowboys won, I would have cared a lot more.
Oh, 100%.
If the Cowboys would have won early in the day, I would have been more hot.
Oh, for sure. Because it was your team.
I
want to see my team keep going, Marcus. Like,
yeah, but we don't gotta play the Bucks. We don't get smashed. I don't want to see that.
Hey, yeah, I guess. I mean, I get what you're saying, but
you heard it here. It's like in the playoffs, it's 0. Scores are 0-0. Like, look at what I mean. I'm not comparing them to what the Titans did last year, but Titans were a 60 last year and got to the AFC Championship game. So once you get to the playoffs, it is kind of 0-0.
No, not for. That's right. Gotta be realistic. No,
I'm not a Cowboy fan, so I know what you're saying.
If we had a decent defense, then I would say because defense does help you in the playoffs.
Yeah, for sure.
Defense with that receiving core, no, gotta be real.
You couldn't beat the Giants, so
yeah. But I was gonna say too, but we heard it here first. Next year, Carson Wentz will be the starter next year for the Eagles, so they could quit that.
Okay. Marcus is clearly on record. We have multiple takes to go, and we'll have multiple ones to put together when that happens. That's what's up. There wasn't anything else too crazy. I mean, I guess the hometown team for where we're at, the Cardinals.
That was hard.
That was tough. You know what I'm saying? I did pick the Rams, so I had a feeling that that's the way it might go. But I was surprised.
You picked the Rams?
Yeah, I did.
See,
I was up there.
With Goff not playing, or you didn't know he was going to play or not?
No, with Goff not playing. I just had a feeling. I don't know why. I just had a feeling.
Your mama called you. That's why.
Yeah, I mean, we talk a lot. We watch the games pretty close. You know what I'm saying?
If Collar don't get hurt, what do you think then? You think they still will lose?
I don't know. I think they should have won that game, the Cardinals, but I guess it's partly just me being here and always knowing like the Cardinals always let down. Like,
yeah, I think if Kyler wouldn't have got hurt, I think they would have won that game. But I think him going down and he came in, he played well, for a little bit, right. But it was kind of too late. So
the whole thing. Oh, I'm sorry.
No,
I didn't mean to, but the whole thing with him going back and forth out of the locker room, I think that distracted the team too. I think they should have just been like, okay, just sit your ass down somewhere. But they kept like looking at him like, are you coming in or not? They should have just told the backup, like, you got to get us through this. Like, let's make it happen, But they kept looking over their shoulder. I think that affected the team.
And I think when he went in there, the commentator said that they didn't know he was supposed to go in when he went in. They said the head coach didn't know he was going in. It's like they say he just walked up in and he went in the game. So
I know he somehow stole his helmet back and was like, I'm in there.
Yeah.
He's like, you got to have control of your team and know what's going on, I don't know. But Cardinals fans, I'm glad that they kind of peaked up this year, and I hope that they keep that momentum going because I hate to say it, but Cardinals fans can sometimes be bandwagon for sure.
Well, we got somebody from Germany, man.
Shout out Amy Bennett. What's good?
All the way
from Germany.
It's been a little while.
I bet it's late though. It must be late or early because usually Amy catches us on a Thursday afternoon show. But thank you for tuning in.
What's up?
What is that?
He's doing origami.
It's a sticker, my fault.
Seriously though. Oh, go ahead.
No, I don't ask. Is DeAndre Hopkins? He's a contract with us next year, or no? I said with us, like I'm a fan, but is he here next year, or is he gone? Like Cam is?
No, they already re-signed.
Yeah, he signed already.
Oh, he re-signed.
Yeah.
So when they traded for him,
I think, right? Isn't it 5 years?
Yeah.
Really?
When they traded for him, they like a couple months after that they gave him the extension already. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he got hella paid.
But that was I think over the summer, and I think that's why.
I didn't realize that. My bad.
Yeah, he got paid nice.
Shout out to Grace checking in, by the way, too. She said you will do it again, and I think she's referencing Strizzy's viral video. She's telling me, keep going, dog. You got this.
100%.
So, all right. So, anything else we're going to do our playoff picks and do a little quick preview of the playoff games later at the end of the show. So, anything else you guys want to talk about, like to kind of close out Week 17 or?
Yeah, real quick. So, a while ago, we had talked about when Tua took over for Fitzpatrick in the middle of the season. How do y'all feel about that towards the end of the season now? Because Tua wasn't going to start this game. They were going to start Fitzpatrick until the COVID stuff happened. So now, I mean, it's the end of the season now, but I feel like the constant back and forth, I feel like that hurt him a little bit. I feel like that hurt Tua a little bit as far as his confidence, stuff like that goes.
Are they out?
Yeah, they're out.
Oh, I thought they
had to win to get in.
Yeah, they had to win to get in.
Oh, okay.
Or they needed other people to lose.
Right.
Okay, so Tua is my boy. I kind of wanted to avoid this conversation, to be perfectly honest.
I had to go with it.
I know. You got me. But the thing is, I'll say this. From the Miami organization, the standpoint, Brian Flores, what he was trying to do, he kind of achieved because they know way more about Tua now because they did start him than as if they were just going to go into next season with him now. I think that they learned enough to either say, hey, we're going to ride with him, or they might even go right back and get another quarterback. They have, I think, another number 4 pick in the draft.
Yeah.
You said another quarterback?
I don't know because you see that Tua did need that security blanket.
Yeah.
And the one game they had the chance, he played like probably his worst game in that Week 16. He wasn't the only reason they lost, but it wasn't good.
Right. And the thing is, too, like if you go back
another veteran, maybe, yeah.
If you go back and look at a lot of the games that he played in, statistically, he, number-wise, his numbers aren't that good. You know what I mean? Like, and again, he's a rookie. He didn't start from the beginning. They put him in halfway. Like, not his fault. But defensive special teams for Miami played so well this year, it kind of masked his play a little bit.
He wasn't doing no Herbert stuff. He wasn't doing no Burrow stuff.
For sure. So it's one of those things where it's like, if Fitzpatrick decides, like, you know what, like, y'all kind of hurt my feelings a little bit. I want to see what else is out there and leave. They might go get another quarterback in the draft. Or, like you said, they could look for Cam, Washington. What's his face? He left too. He's gone as well. He got cut. So, like, there are other options out there for them to do so. But it's kind of like you said, like, they did get a chance to really look at him like, all right, what do we have with this kid? So I'm kind of like you. I'm kind of interested what they may or may not do this offseason. Yeah, that's why I was asking. I heard a little bit.
I had one last quick. Is a yes or no? You guys think Aaron Rodgers MVP for sure now?
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
For sure.
Even though I don't necessarily like to see it, but you say yes
for sure. Right. It could go either way, but I mean, they both had arguably great seasons. You know what I mean? Like, it could go either one, but you know how leagues are. They don't like giving it to somebody back to back.
More State Farm commercials coming.
Mm-hmm.
Either way.
More discount double checks.
All right, let's keep it moving then. Oh, Anthony West in the building. What he says. He says Henry is true MVP. Oh, dang, okay. Kansas City Chiefs fan with a different take.
2,000 yards.
I mean, he was beast, and he did it at the end of the season like he always does.
For real.
We'll talk about him a little bit more later too. I have a feeling. So, but let's keep it moving. But thank you, Anthony. Welcome to the show.
Yes, sir.
All right, NBA talk. The season is still young.
Mm-hmm.
There's still lots of possibilities on the horizon, but so far we have Philly leading the East, and we have a couple teams in the West kind of at the top. I do want to get your guys' takes on. I know it's so early to tell, but what do you guys think about? I want to pick the Suns in the West and the Sixers in the East, and just talk about, are they for real or not so far? What do you think?
I think they both are for real, but I think they both gonna get like the 4th or 5th seed still, though.
Like it's okay. Yeah. Not threaten the top like that.
But that's in the playoffs. You never know. Like you said, you could do something in the playoffs so that you get in there. But I think they for real, but not like the 1 and 2 seed though.
Gotcha.
I really like. We spoke about this over the offseason about how the Suns had put that team, had moved pieces and put that team together. We spoke about it, how those pieces could possibly make them dominate in the West, depending on what happened in Houston. They would possibly take a playoff seed. I really like what they're doing. I really like how the team is playing together. But I agree with Marcus. I don't see them taking 1 or 2 in the West. Definitely not. They'll be middle of the road or at the bottom, 6, 7, 8. So I see that with the Suns. Philly's been interesting to me just because it is still very young. It is still very young. Philly does look good, but I'm really impressed with Brooklyn, with the Nets. KD's been on fire. KD is KD. So I agree with Marcus. Still too early to tell. I don't think either of these teams will take 1 or 2, but they are for real. I mean, they do look good and they are playing well right now. So real early in the season, but yeah. There's other teams, of course, that I would put my money on right now that would take 1 or 2 seeds in both the East or the West.
Before them, yeah.
Strizzy,
what do you think?
Yeah, man. I mean, Philly's for real. I mean, they were good when they were poorly coached. Now they're just better that they have a better coach. You know what I mean? So, like, I'm with you guys both on that. I don't think they finish at the 1 and 2, but they could easily, honestly, finish 3rd, in my opinion. Phoenix, I think they're for real too, but I can see them falling down a little bit more to kind of like the 4th or 5th spot. I think Chris Paul has been productive and sensational everywhere he goes, from New Orleans to Houston to now to OKC to now Phoenix. You know what I mean?
Don't forget the Clippers
for a reason. Right, Clippers as well. So everywhere he's been, he's found success. You know what I mean? And he's one of those guys that you want to have at the end of games. He is one of those more clutch point guards. He can make big shots at the end of games. He's done so in the past. And, Phoenix finally has that point guard to facilitate in what they've been needing. You know what I mean? Like they brought in Rubio last year, but that was kind of like the best scenario last year, but definitely wasn't – he's not Chris Paul. You know what I mean? So I think Phoenix is definitely legit. I think they definitely get into the playoffs this year. And I'm very curious to see kind of like how they do and what they do. I think they've been fun to watch. I think they'll be even better to watch as the season grows. So excited to watch both of them.
What you think,
for sure. For sure. Well, Philly, I've been watching them close. That's my pops team. So we try to watch a lot of the games. They only had that one loss, which was to Cleveland of all teams, which is kind of weird.
Right.
But they're looking pretty good. And like I said before, I think they're deep. I think once Doc figures out that roster, he might make a run with that team. But the East is kind of like, I'm not sure the regular season matters as much as what will happen when the playoffs lock down.
Right.
As far as the Suns, I do like it. I do think Chris Paul will help teach them, but I don't know if they'll be able to sustain this, but they could be a tough out in the playoffs, like kind of how they were, how OKC was last year.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that's cool. I'm seeing the jerseys and stuff, though. I think, Marcus, I saw you post about it. I don't really like the jerseys. I
love it. I think they're so clean.
I do want to do a poll about that, but I think I'm probably in the minority. I'm sure everybody likes I like the court for sure. The court was fire, but the jerseys, I don't know.
I think when I first in the jerseys, I was like, all right, but seeing them like in person with the shorts, I think they clean. I think they taken to Miami and me. I think they were dope.
Got you. Can't wait to see I can't wait to see Strizzy rocking the Miami Heat for sure.
Dude, it's coming in Feb, dude. Can't wait.
Oh, Stephanie Washington. Thank you for checking in. She says she dislikes the jerseys too.
She don't like them. I think they dope. I can't wait to get mine. They you can't find one right now. So
I order, man. Christmas I think hit a lot of people hard. Like there's been a lot of restocking needed. So we'll see.
I'm definitely gonna give me a Booker one in the 8, and I think I'm gonna check those out.
Got you.
But also on that question too, I think it depends on the Chris Paul injury prone and Embiid and Simmons injury prone. So
true.
I think that helps. If they stay healthy, and they'll help them out too. But we'll see if they can. It's kind of hard to keep those guys healthy.
Big time. And without Rubio being there, we don't really have anybody really backing Chris Paul either.
You got two good backups. You got Cameron Payne, and you got the other guy. I forget his name.
I forgot Payne was there. Payne's legit.
But they ain't no Chris Paul. I'm just saying. But
yeah. That's right. I forgot Payne was there. Payne actually played well for us, 2-3 years ago when he came over to Phoenix. So that's what's
up. Curry dropped 62 the other night.
Mm-hmm.
That's what's up. He had to go off on him.
I think he could do that a lot. I think he's had to let people know, like, hey man, I'm
he might have to.
Get roll with that man.
But you gotta remember too, people don't like this, but Draymond, he's back. He gonna help.
Opens it up.
He helps him. Yeah, he not open up like he gonna score too, but he just
no.
He passes the ball to them in their spots, I think too. So I think he'll give us another one of those 62 games. He'll give us one more of those, but he'll let everybody know, hey, don't do that, So I'm still that guy. So he's still He's still the best shooter ever. I don't care nobody say they could be debate. He's the best shooter ever. Not the best player. He's the best shooter ever. So he'll let people know. I loved it though. I
did have one question. Was that his first game without the braids?
Yeah, it was. He took him out.
Thank God.
He had to unlock a little bit of that too. It was too tight on him.
I hope this don't sound bad. How I'm gonna say this? I don't think it'll sound too bad, but being a light skinned brother, he's the first one I seen who has not good of hair. Like that's weird to me. I see all you got that little slick. You put some water on it, do a little slick.
Bruh,
he got a brittle pad. I don't know what happened.
Have you seen my child?
Huh?
Amari. Amari's hair is
Amari. No, it ain't no Steph Curry. I seen this there. You could put a little something in there. I don't think you could put anything in Steph's hair. I don't know. Forgive me. I ain't trying to be. I just wondering about that. You have when light skin have the green eyes, the good eyes, and all that.
How come here?
But I guess you can't have everything. You can't be that good. Exactly. You know what I'm saying?
That's the reminder.
You can't get everything. So you gotta get something.
You can't be light skinned, have green eyes, and have good.
Yeah.
With a solid jumper?
That's too much. That's too much.
Absolutely not.
God was like, nah, let me get this right here. Let me get the hair.
Strizzy, you gotta do one of them things where people pour the water in the bowls. Like God said, Steph Curry, good jumper.
Take a little bit of that back.
Good hair, skip it.
Sprinkle in good hair. That's about it. That's how you
just
get
a little
me.
bit.
That's it.
That's how you get for me, dog.
It grows.
Salt Bay on the
It can grow, but we ain't getting no slick to him.
That's funny, dog.
My boy Markel Fultz got paid.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he got paid. He got a contract extension.
That's what's up.
He should, man. He's
been doing his thing.
Dude, honestly though, I think they're number 2 in the East right now. He's actually hooping right now. He's balling.
But you think it's a system, or you think he just he's healthy now?
Mix of both.
Yeah, I think
he's straight out that number.
But I think part of it too is he finally got with a team that was willing to work with him and not necessarily work against him. Because Philly, in my opinion, really worked against him.
Agreed.
And they're allowing him to shoot, and he's shooting fine. His shooting percentage is up there. He's shooting threes, he's shooting twos, he's getting to the rack. He dunked on somebody hard the other day.
I think he went. I think they sent him there to die too. And they wasn't expecting that from him. And when you play like that, you can play well.
Yes,
for sure. They were like, "Look, it ain't working here. We gonna send you to Orlando," and he flourished there. He's doing well. So shout out to him. I'm glad he didn't get
he definitely got to get most improved player if he keep this up, man. He got to get that.
Like Nicole said, the Sixers messed up Markel's shot.
Apparently, But I think it was messed up before he got there too. But I will say though,
no, did y'all see him in Washington playing? I ain't watch him in college. Was he decent in college, like shooting and all that?
I don't know, because I think that was the same year. He came out the same year as Lonzo Ball and De'Aaron Fox, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I think he was a little bit lower down, but he was just like a creative scorer, I think, mostly at Washington.
But he was number one pick, though, right?
Yeah, he was number one pick.
Wait, so that couldn't have been the same year, was it?
No,
yeah.
He was
number one pick that year because Ball was number 2. So yeah, he was 1 and Ball was 2.
Gotcha.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't see him in college. I didn't know how.
I didn't really either, honestly. No, I didn't really. But I think he was like a scorer like that, and he would shoot. But I think he still wasn't like a dead eye shooter. He was just like dribbling around.
He was more of a scorer in college. And like there's a difference between a scorer and a shooter. Like there's definitely a difference. You know what I mean? So
and when he got to the 6, they wanted him to just stand up and shoot.
Exactly, and that's what they wanted from him. They really wanted him to be a spot up shooter, and that's not his game. That's not how it was. So it's kind of really messed him up mentally.
Yeah. It's kind of like James Harden when he got drafted. I was like, "Who is this dude?" Number 3. Like, what?
I watched him at ASU though.
You were
I watched him. You watched A-Dub? You watched him?
Well, because
was he nice though? Was he like nice?
Well, I would put it like this: he looked like okay, you could tell, but for whatever reason, everybody was just like, "Oh, he's gonna be in the league, like he's gonna go far."
Oh, okay.
And I didn't know if it was like I was like he's nice, but I didn't know if it was because it was like Arizona thing. Sometimes we hype up our own stuff.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying. But they were like, "Oh no, watch this guy." So I was like, "Okay." So I think that's how I knew about him.
I think he averaged 20 even at Arizona State. Wow. Which is actually pretty good in college, you know what I mean?
But so he wasn't that far behind because my sister went to ASU, and so Ike Diago, he was like the big basketball player at the time when my sister was there, and I think Harden was like on the tail end of that, or he was coming up right after that. So I kind of was watching ASU, but I didn't think he'd be this good. Never know. That's for sure. Yeah. But speaking of Harden, though, yeah, of course he's leading in points per game. He's dropping 33 like easy. He's just crazy. He's just gonna play himself into shape. He ain't even tripping.
Dude, the game that they finally got to play with all 3 of them, dude, they look fine. He needs to sit down somewhere and play in that game. Like they look good.
So you think he stays?
Who knows?
I think it's gonna depend more on the Rockets now if they get desperate to just let him walk for nothing, or if they want to bet on themselves to say he'll stay.
And I think that's why they might let him go because they don't want to lose him for nothing.
So he stays, and then next year he could just walk. Is that how it is right now?
I think next year
he's a free agent.
Yeah.
So I think that's why at the trade deadline they're gonna have to decide: are we gonna do enough to like lure him to stay, or are we just gonna let him walk? So we might as well get like anything we can. But Myra, I was gonna say, Myra, you're close to the situation. Like, what's going on down there in Texas? Like, what's the word on the streets?
Wait, nothing.
Oh, Anthony says he's under contract 2 years. So I guess I don't know why I had the impression he was a free agent.
Me too.
After the turmoil that was happening beginning of this season with him meeting with ownership and top team execs, there hasn't been any other noise from that camp. Like there hasn't been any other noise about Harden requesting a trade. I mean, last we saw, he was still interested in going to another team that was a contender, but it seemed to have fizzled away. I mean, it seems like he's in position now. He's doing really well. So we'll see where that goes. And we're all scratching our heads like, what the heck is James Harden doing?
Yeah.
Can you have chemistry with this going on? Like, can you like?
I don't know because maybe John Wall and Boogie are professional enough to be like, look, we're gonna hoop either way. Like like, are you here today or not? Type of thing.
And John Wall has been doing well in the system too. So, what is Houston going to do?
I know, man. I know I keep bringing it up, but Christian Wood's averaging 23 and 10. Like
Christian,
for real?
Yeah, he's averaging 23 and 10. Bro. 23 and 10 right now.
He is balling.
So I think this team can make a run.
Hey, did you all see the write-up of Christian Woods, how like he went undrafted, how his girlfriend like left him the night of draft night because he didn't go drafted? Like it was like this crazy
better for story.
Him. Yeah, and I'm like, good for you.
Where's she at now? Where's she at now?
Man, that's
good
crazy.
for you. And he's balling right now. I really feel like he's made up for pieces that we thought was going to hinder the Rockets playing small ball. So
he was good in Detroit last year. We just didn't see him play. That's all.
Exactly. You never really see him.
That's totally so true though, because that's
he
how
has
it goes.
threes and everything. He's like he's like a much better Capella in my opinion. Like as far as scoring goes, you know what I mean? So
is he that tall too?
He's 6'11".
Oh shoot! Okay.
Yeah, so he's 6'10". My fault. 6'10", like almost 225.
It's crazy how Blake Griffin went to the Detroit and we just forgot about Blake. Like we don't say nothing about Blake Griffin.
He barely plays there either. Like he always hurt or always sitting for some reason.
It says James Harden becomes a free agent in 2023.
Okay, so
dang, so
it's gonna be a while. Couple summers then. But
seasons.
But Marcus, what you were saying kind of about Blake Griffin, I think it does kind of show that like the small market thing kind of does exist because like some of these players will just disappear off the map. Yeah, because you just don't. You're not going to see them on ESPN the same way, or you're not going to see them on the Friday night or whatever. It's crazy.
Yeah.
You go to Detroit, you go to Detroit, Cleveland. You just like even what's the big guy that went to Cleveland? Like he doubled now. Don't talk about him no more. I forget
Andre Drummond.
Yeah, you
the
like
big
you
penguin. Yeah,
I think if Andre Drummond went to a decent team, I think he can contribute right now. Like he averaged like 20 boards a game. Like
crazy. He's a monster. But they don't value him in this. They don't value it in this NBA anymore.
Yeah. For sure.
So, all right. I think that's all we have for NBA talk, though. That was good, though. This season is going to be exciting to see how it continues to grow.
Definitely.
All right. I think we'll keep it moving. Oh, that was one other thing I had written down. My bad. Triple-double Russ is back for sure. Russell Westbrook going to average his triple-double again like nothing. Like nothing.
So, man. And you can't deny him as a beast on the court. You can't deny it.
I had an argument with this guy. He's only 20 years old. I should have known better. I was like, he like Westbrook. He said Russell Westbrook sucks. He's not good. I'm like, he's a first ballot Hall of Famer. What are you talking about? I'm like, he's an MVP in the NBA. He got 3 straight triple doubles for the season. Like he got it the first time, we was like, "Oh my God, it's impossible for him to do it." Right. He did it 3 times straight, and we did like, "Oh, now he's stuffing stats." Russell Westbrook he's my favorite player. He's always been for a while. So
we've been talking about him since we met. Yeah,
dude. That's what cracks me up with the whole like stat stuffing thing. I'm like, dog, he's been doing it everywhere he goes. Like he did it in OKC,
but,
he did it in Houston.
They didn't say he don't pass the ball. You got to get a triple W. You got to pass the ball. So
how do you average 2 assists?
Yeah. That's what trips me up, man. Like, he's a monster, dude. Like,
yeah, but I wonder if he's gonna be another one of those playing with the Wizards to kind of fly under the radar.
Yeah, but he won't be there long, though.
I don't think so. I don't think he'll be one that flies under the radar just because he has established such a name for himself. Although it is not the key market, he's just a dog, man. You gotta respect his game. You gotta watch him, even though he's in Washington.
No, he's staying in Washington. We're gonna forget about it. Sorry, I forgot about him already. So I seen him play one time this year, so he better not stay in Washington. He said he wants to.
They're just not gonna have a lot of games on TV, and that's why it happens. No TV time.
Russell Wilson? Oh no, Russell Westbrook. That's how he gonna be. You better get out of there, Russell.
Right. It's a 1-year thing, hopefully. Yeah. Well, all right, let's keep it moving.
So what's next again?
Other sports?
Oh yeah, other sports. Okay, so not football.
Yeah, not basketball. We did that already.
Oh, okay, like hockey.
Yeah, like hockey. Feel me?
Okay, like baseball.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Like soccer, right?
There we go.
Like soccer.
Like other sports.
All right, other sports. We'll make this one kind of quick. Nothing for baseball, but a writer did describe this as the slowest offseason ever. Wow. Not a lot of movement. I think we reported on the 3 free agent signings, the significant ones that there have been already. Tickets are still not on sale, but they do have the schedule out, and I'm hoping tickets do go on sale at some point so we can get some travel in. We'll see.
And now we're renting a crane again.
Yeah, exactly. We're going to lift
up. Ready. Let me know.
Lift up. Hockey is going to start on January 13th. They do have the plan to go forward. They redid the alignment of the divisions to make less travel, which seems smart. But another thing they did is they actually sold advertising for the divisions. So now they're basically going to be sponsored. So they have the Honda NHL West. and the like Samsung NHL East or something. Like I know Honda's one of them. I can't remember all of them, but
when you say change divisions, that you mean who is in? Like, say if the Rockets
like they realigned them. Yeah,
really.
Yeah,
is it just for this year, or it's
just
gonna
for
be
this year?
Oh, okay.
I think I think that's why they try to do the guys of like, well, they're gonna be named differently and they're gonna be like kind of sponsored because it's just like a special thing for this year.
I think the NFL should do that too.
Like realign or
like we should be like Dallas should be with Louisiana, you know what I'm saying? Could be right there next to each other instead of New York and Washington. Why are we way up there, you know?
Yeah,
keep it like where we at, like Florida, like the Florida teams, Saints,
like more regional.
Yeah,
I
to
mean,
me it would make more sense, you know.
And that's how it was supposed to be. But as they come in and everything, and as it lined up, they just kind of leave it. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah,
because some of them don't make sense when you really look at it.
Yeah,
but yeah, so that's for hockey. Oh, the other thing I meant to say, they're gonna have ads on their helmets too that they wear. Like they're gonna have like one I saw like a Bridgestone logo. Yeah, like sponsorships on their helmets.
Are their helmets big enough to see it though?
Kinda, because they kind of like sit on the top half, so there'll be the logos will not be too significant, I don't think. But I think it's just they're trying to really supplement that income and just really kind of keep their league moving if they can. Anthony Weston says NCAA's March Madness is going to be in Annapolis for the full tournament. I did see that. They're going to basically try to create a bubble environment.
Yeah.
But the thing is, how many courts? I know Indianapolis is like the Hoosier State and king of basketball. How many courts do they have, dog? Like,
right. Because in NBA, that's a lot of schools, man. That's going to be hard.
That's what, 64? 64?
Unless you going to have games like this, like going quick. Like, who next? Go in there. Go
right.
Like that. It's gonna be.
It's gonna be like pickup games in the park.
It's gonna be
You next. You
got your 5?
Be 5
minutes. Going from 8 a.m. to like midnight.
For real.
Like back to back. We'll see how that works. But that's a good transition into the NCAA. Definitely, I wanted to talk about Clemson being upset by the number 11 team in the country, based on the coaches' ranking.
Told y'all.
Hey. Fields made the cover for this week for sure. We had to shout him out. Yeah, he definitely did his thing. But I never liked Ohio State. I don't like Clemson or Ohio State really, but you know what I'm saying. But I had to root for him being the transfer from Georgia because it's just different. But what did y'all think of that? Were you too surprised? I know Marcus, you kind of called it.
Yeah.
I was super surprised to the fact where he got hurt and he played better. You know what I'm saying? Because he was okay before he got hurt, but when he got hurt.
Started dropping balls.
Yeah. But the way he threw the ball and it was like perfect. The receiver had no choice but to just take it and go like one step.
I'm telling you, dog, in stride.
I'm like, how did he do that?
Dimes.
And they had to hurt when you had to wind up like that and throw that. They had to hurt, man. I'm like, but for his mental toughness, I think they help his drag staff. So they're gonna definitely lose. They're gonna definitely lose next game. But if they don't get blew out, I think it's gonna help him go into his draft. But if they get blew out, it might go down, you know. So I think if they just kind of stay 2 touchdown loss, you know, something like that, that'll be cool because they ain't expected to win anyway. But he played great.
His performance was amazing. I literally was watching it like he is just adding to his draft stock, like literally adding to it, and then just seeing how many people spoke about his performance, like it was just phenomenal. It's something great to watch in the midst of the chaos. You know, to see somebody just absolutely be prolific on the field right now was awesome.
Yes, well said. Yeah, he went in for sure. And I do think it is kind of funny too after Clemson's coach, you know, was ranking them so poorly. And like you guys said too, the draft stock, literally he's on the same field as who everybody's been saying has been the number 1 pick for like the last, year or so.
Right. Put some respect on my name.
Strizzy.
Man, you already know who I want in the draft. I've been saying this for some months now. You know what I mean? Like, that's my guy. Trevor Lawrence I think he's going to be a really good player in the NFL. He's poised to do it. He's got a big arm, a big, accurate arm. But for whatever reason, I want Fields. You know what I mean? For the Panthers, if we can, draft up, make some trades to draft up a little bit, Fields is the guy that I want. He had a huge game. I did not think that they were going to beat them. I didn't think that they were going to get Clemson, but they did. You know what I mean? He came back and he kind of destroyed them. You know what I mean? Like he really picked them apart. And like Marcus said, like dude was wincing, like he couldn't even get on the bike to stay, to stay warm, without making faces. So you can tell he was definitely hurt. Hopefully he gets right before the championship game against Bama. It's definitely gonna be a tough one. But I think even if they lose this game, he's still the second quarterback off the board. But yeah, man, I mean, he could be the third pick of the draft. You know what I mean? He could definitely be the third pick.
And all the while in the back of my head, I'm like, this dude was at Georgia. Like,
right.
Like I've seen him in the Georgia uniform.
All right, not third. Bengals aren't going to pick him, but he'll be the second quarterback off the board, in my opinion.
For sure. All right, Devontae Smith did win the Heisman earlier this year. I mean, this evening. Yep. I didn't even realize. I was like, the thing is on tonight. So that's what's up. That's historic because it's a wide receiver. It's very rare. I should say it's not the first time it's happened, but it's
the last time it happened was 91 with Howard. That's a long time ago.
That's a while ago. That's multiple generations past. So that's really cool for him. He definitely had a big year, though. Basically, that's the other thing. I think he's going to go off again, but that's the other thing. I did want to get everybody's picks. I know, Marcus, you already said Bama. I've got Bama.
Bama. Come on.
Same.
I got Bama, but I want Ohio State to win. So
gotcha.
I do too. I want Ohio State to win too.
So to me, if they lose by 14 or 7, they won.
That's what you're counting? You're like, you know what? I'm going to give them 9 points.
Moral victories.
No, we'll see. I think it's going to be a tough game. I think it's been a good game,
Yeah.
But I got Bama for sure.
Yeah.
And
I think they're gonna come out hitting though. That messes your whole plan up. You start getting hit, it's gonna be like,
yeah.
And get hit hard legally. That's gonna
right. They definitely gonna put something on Fields if he gets out there. Yeah. Anthony West says he's changing to Ohio State with the upset after seeing them play like that.
Hey, Anthony, we called it last week. Let's go together and try to get that mojo back on them. Let's see.
Right.
But I don't think it's gonna happen. But
we'll see. We'll definitely see. I did want to run through the bowl challenge. I always like to kind of look at how after the bowls, how the Big 5 did. The Big 12 went 5-0, with highlighted, but the big Oklahoma over Florida victory. So shout out to Strizzy Sooners.
Yeah, we smacked them. We smacked them bad.
30.
Yeah.
I don't know too much about this guy, but y'all can tell me. Our new head coach for the Longhorns. Is he going to do good for us?
Yes.
You think so?
Yeah, he's going to bring the offense.
But that's crazy. We had a decent year and they fired our coach. I'm like, dang, Texas.
They had to make a move.
Yeah.
I think it's time to get back. And I think this guy, I do want to mention, I'm glad you brought him up, Steve Sarkisian. I am kind of glad that he got to come back around because he was at USC and he was doing big things, but he had some issues there. And he had to go to Bama undercover and everything, be like a special assistant and kind of work his way back to getting this opportunity. So I think he's going to do really well. I think it's a big move. I think it's a good move.
Okay.
I think he has a really strong shot at pushing Texas back into the top ranks of like the top 10. Something that haven't really been around in a little while. So I'm a lot more worried about the rivalry next season as I have been the last 4 or 5 seasons.
Rivalry.
Yeah. But he's gonna have to recruit some people though, right? Because right now our quarterback is gone.
Right.
Yeah.
So he gotta get somebody in there.
He'll get the pipeline going.
We got a nice running back though. He's that freshman. He's nice. So. But we'll see about the quarterbacks.
And with this dude being at Alabama the last 3-4 years, he's probably put some roots down in the South and stuff like that too. So I think he's gonna get them back on the map.
Cool. Let's go, baby.
But speaking of that, so he was coming over from the SEC. The SEC went 6-2. My Bulldogs did get that win against Cincinnati. It was so close. The whole game, I honestly, when we punted, with 3 minutes left in I was like, we just gave up the game. I was like,
you want to go for it?
Yeah, because I'm like, but Pops was very smart at the time. He's like, you know what? Our best play, our best chances are defense. Our defense is better than our offense right now. And it worked out. Dude came through with the field goal late. And I am glad because then Cincinnati can't try to claim we went undefeated. We should have done this or that. No, honorary national champions. None of that bullshit. I'm sorry about, but got it.
But what about the Aggies though? Do they have an argument now?
What do you mean? Well, kind of because they did their thing, and that was a good game too.
It was a good game at first, and they blew them out towards the end, though. So I was like, I think Notre Dame, they gave Alabama a better game, I think.
True, and that was their only loss. So,
yeah.
But I still don't feel like they'll take them too seriously. I don't know.
I had one question though for you, since you're a big football fan, maybe Teresa too. I know some people who's really, really big in college football. They do like when they're watching the game, they do like what you call that special thing they do. Like I had one guy, he drinks orange soda every time they play. One guy sits on one side of the couch the whole time. He don't move because he think they'll lose. Do you do anything crazy when you watch your team? Like you do every game? Is it something like you guys do?
I mean, I'm not that specific, but I do have like little. Not anything I can really say, but I do kind of get those suspicions. Like I do feel like my team does better if I'm watching. Like that doesn't. I don't know that. Obviously, I have no control. You know what I'm saying? But I'm weird like that. I'm like if I were to go out somewhere and then I see like halftime and our team's down, I'm like I should have been there. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know why. Like I like to watch the whole game.
Yo, I'm the same way in the extent too. Like if I'm watching and we're doing bad, I'll stop watching for a little bit to see if they catch up. If they start catching up, I'll not watch the rest of the game. Like
wow,
I'm the exact same way.
I had one with the Cowboys. I wear the Zeke jersey. They only won one game when I wore his jersey, and it was a game that didn't matter. So I said, this Sunday, I gotta wear. I think I'm giving him a little hope. And I'm like, why did I wear that stupid jersey?
You're like,
I was so mad. I'm like, what was I? This is a important game. Why did I wear that jersey?
Why did you put that on? Yeah, you put the mojo out there.
I feel like it was my fault. Like, about you dummy. Like, where's the jersey? I don't mean that you wear a jersey, but I just felt like when I wear a jersey, we lose. It's like, dang, man.
Right.
We should tag Ezekiel Elliott, bro. When we wear this jersey, you need to win.
Right. I do think. I don't know why, but yeah, I mean, it's like as a fan, I know I have no control, but I do. I like to,
it though, man. It's
exactly. I got to put my jersey on. I usually wear my Dak jersey, you know what I'm saying? And I got certain things I wear for Georgia, or, you know what I'm saying? Got to be repping my red and black, so it's kind of like that. But
one thing the boys and I do is like when we're watching somebody play our teams, like particularly in basketball, like we'll sit on the couch and be like, ooh, you know, to the opposite team when they're shooting like free throws. We think we're doing
nothing.
We think we're doing something.
But the energy, you never know if that's the energy you need, man.
Yeah, we sending them that energy through our TV. I have videos of the boys and I like watching playoffs of the Rockets and like yelling.
You gotta track it though. You gotta keep percentages though when you do stuff like that and see if it's
Marcus, it doesn't matter because if it works one time,
it does because you don't want to be crazy because you'll be crazy.
You're like wide left, and then it goes left.
Okay, say you do it like this. Every time you do like this, they make it every time. So why you keep doing it then? You gotta switch it up. You gotta write down percentages. You got.
I got you. You can see which ones are more effective.
We track it.
Make it. Then you crazy. Like what are you doing? So you gotta write it down.
Got you. Okay.
At the end of the day, you're 2 for 2 with your Ezekiel Elliott jersey.
Hey, the percentage is there, so
that makes sense. We track percentages that way. We know which ones work better and which ones don't.
We might need to switch up
My sister said, "Dog spiking blood pressures all across the country." Anthony Weston throwing a little shade. Do you pencil in a loss against Bama every year for Georgia? And that's messed up, Anthony. I thought we were cool. You know what I'm saying? Hey. We got the Columbia ties and everything. But the thing is, thankfully, we're in the you know the divisions. We don't play Bama every year unless we get to the SEC championship. So I can't pencil it in every year because they're not on our schedule. They're only on our schedule every 4 years. So we'll see. But yeah, he had to take the shot. Come on, what's up with that? No. But I do have to give credit to Missouri, though. They came into the SEC East and won it a couple times, and they have been good, and they keep getting better in the SEC. So I do like that, and I do root for Missouri. And I would never be taking shots at them like that, even though they pencil in the loss from Georgia every year. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, but I wouldn't be saying that. I don't want to be pointing that out. The last couple of conferences, the Pac-12 went 0-2, and the ACC went 0-6. So that was kind of weak, especially the ACC with Notre Dame and Clemson both going down in flames. But that was pretty much it for college football, though. We'll see what happens, and we'll talk a little bit about the championship game next Tuesday. And until next year, no more fight songs. You guys have anything else for other sports before we get into our picks real quick?
Yeah, the G League is saying that they're trying to do like a bubble type situation too to get the G League going. When
That's
COVID
dope.
hit, yeah, when COVID hit in March, the G League fully suspended their play. They literally sent their players home, pack your bags, go home, and they did not resume. So they're looking for ways to start the season again. So they're trying to figure out a bubble situation. I don't know how that's going to work so much with the G League just because they don't generate so much revenue like the NBA does. So
Right.
I think if they do that, it will be a loss, but we'll see. We'll see how that goes. I know for a lot of players, it's a huge impact. Like a lot of these
Right.
guys depend on these seasons to make
Keep
some
going.
finances or keep going, exactly, to continue to train, to eventually realize their dreams to be in the NBA. So God willing, that works out for those young men who didn't go drafted and can continue to play in the G League here.
Yeah. No, that's a great call out. I think even though, like you said, it might be a loss, hopefully it's worth it for the NBA to keep that like training ground going.
Absolutely.
And those teams do get to have those supplemental rosters there and keep training those guys. So that's cool.
Yeah.
That's what's up. Anthony Weston says he's going to try out for the G League.
Okay.
Texas Legends.
Okay.
That's what's up. We'll see.
Anthony.
We might have to go through there and push you through a little training camp. This is drills for you, I think.
My brother. Don't you do that.
Marcus, don't you be a dream killer. Do not be a dream killer. Anthony,
Nah, that's my brother, man. With him.
Man,
I'm gonna be his agent if he goes.
There you go. That's how you do it. You're like, I'm right there with you. I'm gonna be your agent.
Look at those cartoons. Those cartoons are so dope.
Look at the cartoons down here. Everybody's got their own little prop.
Wait, I just noticed that that's the fours he got on.
Is that they got the fours, the mismatch fours.
Marcus got the Taco Tuesday.
Marcus got the Taco Tuesday. Yeah, we all got our little props. But like we said, we got Fields, we got Curry with the 62. Oh, and this is a perfect segue too. I forgot about this. I meant to tell us the Kevin Stefanski, the coach for the Browns, did get COVID. They released today, so he won't be coaching in the game this weekend.
That's a good thing for the Browns. They're gonna fire them up. Watch.
That might just do it. We'll see if he's able to coach remotely or what happens with that. But we do have our picks here, and I apologize because it's kind of small.
I know. Did you see me like leaning into the screen?
Yeah, sorry about that.
I'm blind, y'all. Don't worry about me. I'm blind and I'm tired right now. We were off for 2 weeks. We had like a 2-week break, and I literally was like up till like 4 a.m, and I would sleep till like midday. So
all off schedule.
So now I'm like back at waking up early and getting the kids up for school. I'm so tired right now.
Gotcha. Well, you'll get back right pretty quick. I bet.
Will soon.
You got to one way or another.
Soon. I'm like, I can't even go work out today. I'm so tired.
All right. So where do you guys want to start? AFC or NFC?
Let's go with left to right.
Okay. So let's go with this first matchup. We got the number 2 seeded Buffalo Bills against the Indianapolis Colts. I'm gonna go with the Bills. I think this might be the year they make a real run.
I agree. I'm picking the Bills as well.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah, I'm going with the Bills. I can't wait to see Stephon Diggs, man. That's my dude this year. He's balling.
4 for 4. Calling the Bills as well.
All right. So that's official in that game. And you know what? I shouldn't have. Shout out to Sporting News. I stole this from them, but I just realized their bracket's not really right because this game does not necessarily play the Chiefs. It depends on who's the lowest seed left after all the games.
Correct.
So
I think they all like that though. For some reason, they all like that though. I think another one is the same way too. So I don't know why it's like that, but it's something got to do with the numbers, I guess.
Yeah. So if I made my own, I would have just had these 3 games. But
the reason they put it like that though is because if the Colts take that position, it would be correct. It would be correct. It'd be the Chiefs against the Colts because the Colts are seated at 7.
Got you. Okay. All right, that makes sense. But okay, let's move on down. We got the number 3 ranked Steelers hosting the number 6 ranked Browns.
This is tough. I don't think the Browns can beat the Steelers twice in a row. They barely got past them this past time. So I don't think the Steelers in this one.
I'm taking the Browns. They got this. I think the Steelers, it's over. So let's go Browns.
I'm going to agree with Strizzy. I don't think they beat them twice. So I'm calling the Steelers.
I'm really torn on this game. I can see it going either way, but for some reason, I feel like the Steelers are going to get it done. I do want to see what's happening with the Browns and if they're going to be getting their people back. Because obviously the coach is going to be out, and I know a lot of the a lot of the wide receivers were out before, so we'll see. I might flip flop on that if they get some people back, but right now I'm feeling Steelers. So, and yeah, Anthony Weston did mention they're missing their coach and their starting guard too. So yeah, he's got the Steelers in a close game.
Yeah.
This next one, this is going to be Rock'em Sock'em. Marcus, you're first up on this one. We have the Tennessee Titans hosting the Baltimore Ravens.
I got Tennessee slamming them in this one. I don't think it's going to be close. I think that Henry going to run all over them this game. So, tight.
I hate to have to see my boy Lamar not win, but I'm going to agree with Marcus. I'm going to call the Titans. Derrick Henry is a force to reckon with, and after last year, they're coming for a vengeance. So I'm going to call the Titans.
I gotta go with the Titans as well. I think this is gonna be a closer game. They might not get slammed, but I think I have to go with the Titans. I'm sorry, Strizzy. I think we're leaving you out in the cold on this one. But what do you think?
It's all good. I'm going Ravens, man. They lost them in the first round. Well, they had the bye last year, but they lost them last year in the first game. I think they want some revenge, so I'm going Ravens on this one.
Got you. See, I'm kind of feeling like they will too, but I think it's like they're even a worse position than they were last year to actually beat them. Right. So I don't know. I think it is going to be a fun game, though. Right. We'll definitely see how that plays out.
I feel like sometimes too, though. Like right now, the Ravens are playing hot. They got hot towards the end of the season, and they don't have a bye. Right. I think they were really hot last year too, and the bye kind of cooled them down. I think that really messed them up. And it's no excuses, you know what I'm saying? But Lamar was like, we didn't take them seriously last year, and we should have.
Which was so embarrassing to say. I think we talked about that too.
For sure, which is really dumb to say, but at the same time, like he owned up to it. He didn't take them seriously, and they got ran over. So I think this time going in, he's definitely taking them serious. And for a change, these last 2 weeks, the receivers have actually been playing somewhat decently. So the ground game's going to do what it does. And if they can get the receivers going, I think Ravens win.
That's the only problem. It's like, what receivers? You know what I'm saying? Right. And I think, I don't know. Anthony Weston, he says Titans again. Although Titans defense is bad, if Ravens get ahead, they will win. If they fall behind, they'll lose.
Yeah.
So, I just think, man, the Titans, man, they end up scoring like 40 points a game. Like if you look at their like the last like a little bit, like they end up scoring like every game. So we'll see.
Yeah, last year Tannehill had 85 yards passing. What's his name? Lamar Jackson had 150 yards rushing, and he had 380 some yards and still lost.
Yeah.
So
great points. All right, let's move over to the NFC side. We got the Packers up top with the bye. Trevor checking in. He's Titans on this one. What's good, Trevor?
Trevor, where you been? Good? She let you out today? All right, brother.
Oh man. Okay, so Packers have the bye on the NFC side, so they'll be waiting for the lowest remaining seed, and then that first matchup we do have the Saints hosting the Bears. Myra, what do you got on this one?
I'm gonna run with the Saints on this one, although we've talked about the Saints a lot this year. They've pulled it out in the season. They pulled it out in the long season. So I'm going to go ahead and roll with the Saints on this game. I'm not a Bears fan at all, man. I hate the Bears.
This is one of those things, honestly, I want to pick the Bears. I'm not sure if I'm going to. I clicked the Bears so far. I feel like this could be like a big upset. I feel like they, for whatever reason, their offense is scoring enough points, and their defense might just have one of those like performances where it all comes together. I really don't feel comfortable, but I'm going out on a limb because that's just what I do. That's how I fell behind, and I'm going with the Bears.
It's just my ammo.
I'm with you. I want to pick the Bears so bad. Sometimes I just feel like sometimes they just want to see Breeze and Rodgers for one last time before Breeze goes out. I don't know, but man, I'm gonna go to Saints. I'm gonna go Saints. This one's tough though. Don't be surprised if I change my mind in the Slac pick'em. Like I might change my mind.
Nah, I think the Saints got that easy. I think the defense come back. Is Michael Thomas playing? Y'all think, or he was on IR?
So he'll be eligible to come back, but I don't know. He ended up only playing like 2 games this year, 3 games,
something like that.
I still pick the same. I think that would be good.
Gotcha. Trevor says he finally got out of the kennel. Jamie keeps him in.
Come on,
And he said
Jamie.
we're gonna get another double doink. Oh man. Anthony Weston's going with the Saints. He also said, remember, I'm the only one picking the Colts. Okay. We didn't call that out earlier, so he might be right on that one. All right. Next up we have the Seahawks against the Rams. And I think it's my pick.
Mm-hmm.
You know who I got in this game? You know I got the Rams. I think the Seahawks, they mess around every year in the playoffs and kind of like falter down. And
you really picking the Rams?
I just don't get too scared or nervous about the Seahawks. I don't know what it is, but ever since like week 6 or 7, I've been like, yo, it's just not it for them. So I feel like the Rams, with the familiarity, are going to upset them. But what do you guys think?
Yeah, that's when it's tricky. Plus, it's another division game. This game could easily go either way. You know what I mean? Like, I'm going Seahawks in this one, just kind of based on the health of their quarterback. But, defense could come in here and just completely destroy the Seahawks. You know what I mean? So, but I am taking Seahawks in this. So I think Seahawks get the dub.
I'm doing Seahawks too, but is Goff playing this game?
They said that he was supposed to be, potentially ready for the playoffs. They said that last week, but I have to be honest, I haven't heard anything since Sunday new, so I don't know.
That kind of messed me. If Goff win, I think they got a shot. But if he don't play at all, I think Seahawks get this one. We're close, but I think they pull it out. So it just depends on if Goff play or not.
Gotcha. Yeah. Myra, who do you like?
I'm rolling with Marcus and Strizzy. I'm calling Seahawks on this one. I'm rolling with Russell and DK Metcalf.
Okay. You going with Sierra and the pacifier, the big pacifier.
Absolutely.
I'm just playing.
Go crazy on him, Russ. Go crazy on him.
We'll see, but something's missing. Something's not quite right. Anthony Weston says Seahawks, but he doesn't know because NFC West teams are so inconsistent. My sister says Seahawks or Seattle and no guilt trips this time. Trevor says if Goff's out, so are the Rams.
Right.
I feel that. It won't be quite like the Cardinals. Okay, and our last game of the weekend. Well, actually, see, I really shouldn't have done it like this. I'm sorry, slackers, but not necessarily our last game of the weekend. I don't know which one's going to be last, but our last game to pick tonight, the Washington football team hosting the Buccaneers. Strizzy, who you got?
I got the Bucks. But I don't know, man. I like watching them play, man. I really like watching Chase Young. Dude's an absolute monster. That kid played like he's a 6-year vet already. Like, man, he's so strong. I don't know. He's a monster. He's been huge all year. I honestly wouldn't be surprised if he gets Defensive Player of the Year or at least codes it with Jeremy Chin in Carolina. So, but I'm still taking the Bucks. Though I think the Bucks get it. They're finally starting to play the way they should have been playing all year.
Yeah, I'm gonna go with the Bucks too. If the Washington football team had a quarterback all year, like a decent, I'll pick them. But they don't have a quarterback right now, so I don't think the defense is strong enough to all those weapon guys. So I think Bucks. Yeah,
I feel it. Myra, what do you think?
Rolling the same. I'm rolling with the Bucks.
Yeah, I think it'll be interesting to see if they can get some pressure on Tom Brady. But I feel like the Washington offense is not going to do anything. So the Bucks are going to get the ball so many times they're going to score. They're going to run up the score on them. So we'll see. Washington did say that they might rotate their quarterbacks in this game. So I think that tells you what you need to know.
Right.
Anthony Weston says he wants the Washington football team because of Alex Smith and watching the Project 11, but the Bucks are playing good. So, yeah. All right. So that's the first week of the playoff picks. And that's it. I'm going to go ahead and stop sharing this. Myra, do you want to do a quick this or that?
Yeah, I do want to do a quick this or that. So this year we've seen some pretty impressive burners in the NFL, like people getting clocked at 22 miles per hour, 23 miles per hour. So I looked up this year who was the fastest top speed miles per hour in the NFL this year. So we had Raheem Mostert from the 49ers. His top speed was clocked at 23.09 miles per hour on an 80-yard rushing TD. He actually holds the 1 and 2. His second fastest top speed was 22.73 miles per hour on a 76-yard receiving TD.
Dang.
What was more impressive? those two at 23 miles per hour and 22 miles per hour, or DK Metcalf running down the interception against Buda Baker at 22.64 miles per hour?
I
gotta go with DK as well. Just
he
because
he don't play defense, and he did that. That's why I'm going with him.
Yeah, especially because the way when you see it, like on that play, he immediately had to take off. Like he was like, "All right, I gotta make this happen."
Yeah.
And it wasn't like just straight line either that he ended up catching him. And it's a smaller person, so the look of it is just like it's dope. So
and saved the game too, right? Because they won the game because
yes, yeah, because they ended up only kicking a field goal or maybe even not scoring any points after that turnover. So. Strizzy, you got DK too?
Yeah, DK too. Like you said, it was just like the initial of it. When you watch it and he grabs it and you just see DK just start taking off. He's passing literally everybody from both teams. Like the hog down was crazy. Like I don't know. It's like it'll be one of those like video memes forever.
But it also is probably one of those things where like he probably doesn't really run that fast like normally. You know what I'm saying? But it's one of those like the police chasing you type of thing. He got that extra gear, you know.
Right behind you, you just I'm out.
So that's what's up though. Definitely, that's a good this or that.
I was cracking up. Speaking of DK Metcalf and that the defensive thing, I saw this video clip. It was basically like the Falcons were so bad this year that Julio Jones has his own defensive
highlight reel.
Like he
tackles.
He hawks down so many people this year. I was like, no, that's so bad. It's funny though. It's hilarious.
Hey, you want to know another highlight reel that's really horrible like that? Paul George has a 13-minute highlight reel of people scoring game-winning shots over Paul George.
Oh, dang.
13 minutes.
That's crazy.
Bruh.
I thought you were going to say 13 minutes of hitting the side of the backboard.
I don't know if it's going to last, but I don't like Paul George, but at the end of the day right now, he's balling.
I don't like Paul George either. He is soft as cotton.
Yeah, I don't like him.
We already know you're on record. Myra's strictly on record about Paul George.
Paul George, I'll say it again. You are soft as cotton. You get paid a whole lot of money.
I feel like Paul George is one of those examples, honestly, though, of like, I don't want to get into it too deep, but he's one of those examples of like expectations. He has always been exactly the same from beginning to end. It's just what people think around him has changed how we see him. I feel like he has always been the same, but I don't know. We'll see.
I do not forget the man he is off the court. So no, not for me.
All right. So that's what's up though. I think we are going to get ready to wrap it up. We do have a little bit of a final say. We do want to say we are going to be doing a Super Bowl, not Super Bowl squares, a big game squares competition. So you guys know old school office pool where you have like a bunch of squares and everybody picks a square. And then at the end, right before the game, the numbers get filled in and you root for those numbers at the end of each quarter. We're going to be doing that. And the entry fee is only going to be a high $5. So very, very reasonable, I think. And also one thing we wanted to announce is everybody that's been participating through our pick'em each week and each winner, so week 1 through 17, everybody that's won is going to get a square for winning as a prize too. So we're going to have some squares on the map right away. Marcus has got some. Strizzy's got some. Myra and I, we don't have any this time, but that's okay.
No? Y'all didn't win that one time?
No.
They came real close. Like,
I thought you got one.
No, I was in the tiebreaker. And then this week, if the Eagles would have beat Washington, I would have won instead of you guys being in the tiebreaker. But I should have switched my pick back because immediately once Dallas lost, I was like, I need to switch my pick. But so we will be doing the Super Bowl squares. We're going to create a grid. But the thing is, you guys can reach out to us if you guys want to get a square. We're going to try to fill it up. And then the week before, I think the Tuesday before the Super Bowl, we'll go ahead and do it on air. We'll have all the grid already filled out with the names, and we'll put in the numbers. We'll just draw out a hat like they do. And, we'll all have something to root for. And everybody that participated through the week and won, through all those NFL weeks, will get a square and have a little something, some rooting interest. So
Marcus,
should be very fun.
I'm sorry, A-Dub, on my league, you're urban underachievers, right?
Yeah, that's the squad.
Big congratulations to you, A-Dub, for
Thank
taking
you.
my league. I will get with you to send you your trophy.
Oh, I'm gonna get a trophy?
Yeah.
Wait, you won that? You won the league?
Yeah,
What?
A-Dub won my league this year. He got first place. I got second.
You know, Strizzy had a
got
league too.
third.
Strizzy had a league too. Strizzy, did you have a league?
Yeah.
What happened in your league?
I think I was like third or something like that.
Dog, your boy. Where's my? Do you have a trophy too? I won both leagues.
No, I don't have a trophy. I think I got a
Children of
trophy.
Thanos?
Yeah.
Oh, you won both of
You
those?
won both leagues?
Yes, I
Wow,
did.
A-Dub.
I was waiting for somebody to notice.
I
Wow.
apologize, Myra. I quit week 2 on yours, but I apologize.
Well, Marcus, let me tell you this. So in my league, I give out a trophy for first place. I send like a little championship thing. And for last place, I send a toilet. But you didn't get last place either. Actually, one of my
all right,
friends-
guy. You sent toilet you want to.
With the lead back.
My friend T is gonna get a little toilet. Oh, T from 8 to 5? From that podcast, the sports podcast, 8 to 5.
Oh, okay, got you. 9 to 5 sports guys.
9 to 5, my bad. Ooh,
Shout out to them.
Shout out to 9 to 5. T's gonna receive the toilet bowl this year. He went 1-13, so
ouch.
He's gonna get the last place.
Hopefully it was all though. Hopefully he wasn't really playing.
I hope he wasn't playing.
You might have had some injuries like you did, Marcus, and just kind of forgot to log in. Just was like, I'm done.
I was done. I'm like, mm-mm.
But yeah, the Urban Underachievers and the Children of Thanos both won their leagues. That's what's up. So shout out to me on that one. And thank you guys for inviting me to be in your leagues too.
Yeah, come around. We do it again.
I heard something in that. I heard how you said
gang.
that. What you got shirt on for? What's going on? You ain't sick yet? You sick?
You see his hair?
Every time he's like, no, he's like, okay.
All right, that's what I'm talking about, man. All right.
Give the people what they want. He's like,
you feeling good.
Can you make food after?
Yes.
Yes.
All right, we're almost done, buddy.
Dinner, y'all.
And that's way better than Steph Curry. That's way better. Way. He even
we got the prime example right there too.
Way better.
Bro, this thing is so matted. It's like the back is.
He's doing all right. Don't
and I'm like, Lord,
still better than Steph Curry. It's way better. Steph Curry did have that.
Lord
okay,
Jesus.
well, bye. Have a great time.
Great to see you.
Happy New Year.
You too. Happy Merry Christmas.
All that.
Let's see what I was going to say.
Very sweet. All right. I think that's the perfect way to go out, though. I'm glad we got to see No Shirt Gang. Got to check in on him. Got to check in on the hair. And we will be filling up the Super Bowl square. So yeah, holler at Strizzy or I if you guys want to figure out how to do that, or just hit up our Instagram DMs and we'll make it happen.
Yes, sir.
So that was Say Like a Champ, episode 71. I want to thank everybody for tuning in. And here we are in 2021. Let's blast off. I'm A-Dub.
It's your girl, Myra May.
And like always, every Tuesday, it's Taco Tuesday.
They open up my eyes.